everyone, and welcome to another Monday Motivation. I'm your host, Daniel Krakowski, joined as always by the Godfather,
James Brown.
Goran Vasovic.
Oh, it's me. What's up, everybody? What's going on, Daniel? Thanks for doing this short minute or short notice. It's almost 5 o'clock. You have to actually go on a plane yet again. You're just all over the place. What are you're just buying things everywhere?
Trying to.
I mean, you're a mover and a shaker. You did. We did the vlog yesterday. Like, we went and checked out 5 properties. This morning we had a huge event.
Threw an offer in.
You put an offer in for
$1.25 million.
What? No big deal. You know, we're at 1 point something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's. I mean, what else is there to do? And then, sure enough, you're like, hey, I'm leaving in 10 minutes. I have to go to New York, and I'm like,
walking into Trump
this
Tower.
will only take 9 minutes.
I'm walking into Trump Tower. I'm saying, look, I want the building. Let's negotiate. And see what we can do.
Oh, well, he doesn't negotiate with terrorists, so.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I'm not a terrorist. But, so anyway, very, very exciting day. Rafiq was fantastic. As
Shout
always.
out Rafiq Moore.
I gave him a ton of love on the podcast.
Well, always, man. We just, a ton.
He left. A few of our agents came up to us or came up to me and were like, "I am so stoked right now. Let's go find some commercial deals."
Right, and if you guys haven't been a part of any of the VSM events, you got to. They're free. On top of them being free, we're providing goodies like donuts, pizza. And we're going to talk about just like a Domino's. We're talking about top-notch Black Sheep
the
pizza.
Aristocrat pizza.
Right. Waters, donuts, knowledge, great events, great speakers. So
great networking.
Yes, exactly. And it was great content today. Rafiq spoke on a topic. What was the topic again? Or what? I'm sorry. What was the title? Success.
Millions commercial real estate.
Yes, success and making millions of dollars in commercial real estate.
Right.
That was. I think everybody that was a residential real estate agent is now thinking 17 times about commercial real estate.
Yeah, and I think thinking of commercial real estate, if you're an investor, is definitely a good thing to be thinking about right now.
Right.
So very happy. I have a few people that I'm speaking with right now about doing some commercial investing. I'm trying to take down a few buildings for myself. The goal is at least one building above $500,000 this year in the commercial sector for myself.
Boom.
By 2018.
And I'm going to be right there with hashtag VSM Commercial coming soon.
Question mark? Parentheses?
Be afraid.
Semicolon?
Yes, maybe. I don't know. I think it's
ellipses?
I think it's going to happen. It's going to be the video. It's going to be the website, and it's going to be our approach from residential, applying it to commercial. We got to have KPS on board too.
Yeah. So VSM Commercial is potentially in the works.
In the works. Yeah. So we're just
shrouded in mystery, right?
Yeah. Do we want to do it now? Want to do it? We have so many things, so many engagements.
Right.
Commitments.
It's true.
So Monday Motivation. You're going to New York.
Yeah.
What is the motivation behind the traveling to New York, my friend?
Well, if I'm being honest with you,
100%.
I saw the Tonys and saw David Hyde Pierce performing in Hello, Dolly.
Okay.
I'm like, I want to see that in real life.
Oh,
so,
hey.
Got Maggie on board. We're heading out there, taking a look, going to check that out. But while I'm there, I have a friend who's in real estate out there.
Yep.
Double benefit. Well,
it's an expense. Hashtag IRS. It's an expense because
IRS.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 expense at this point.
But yeah, no. So I'm excited to talk to some people out there about the real estate realm in general, and they have a pretty unique way in that they transact out there, where it's not like the MLS environment that we're used to. It kind of acts. The residential side acts like the commercial real estate world, where it's a lot of pocket listings, a lot of proprietary databases of whatever company you're working for, and then there's some cooperation between brokers where they're sharing that information.
So do they not have an MLS, or do they have an MLS?
I think they kind of told the National Association of Realtors to go shove it and kind of built their own thing and wanted to have some more control over it, which,
wow. Good, bad, I don't know.
Yeah, who's to say? But I'm very curious to meet a few. Again, I have a friend who that's what he does out there. He's a residential real estate agent. So I'll find out what he's doing and how it all works, and hopefully get to go see some properties.
Right. So you're going to New York City to look at the show.
Yep.
And then going to check out some real estate.
Yep.
In the city or maybe in the outskirts.
In the city, yeah. We're going to be in Manhattan, so prices
dump.
are insane. Yeah,
That dump.
Yeah, I'm actually staying at a friend's house. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does he have? Like a penthouse, like a multi-million-dollar mansion, penthouse, multi-level pool, and all that stuff?
No. So probably pays roughly that.
Oh, okay.
But I believe it's a one-bedroom place, and it's in a really nice area. It's a couple blocks from the Empire State Building.
Nice. So it's very small, high dollar amount, very small. You're probably going to have a bunk bed or what?
Yeah, no, I'm just going to crash in his bed and kick him on the couch. So
right.
He was generous enough to accommodate us. But I digress. And what I wanted to get into, and I'm just kind of riding the high a little bit of the event, is just talking about networking and how networking works, why networking is important. Because I know when I first started in this business, I just definitely didn't see, we go all of these networking events, and I'd get frustrated because I'm like, oh, there's no value that I see. There's no leads coming in, and you don't have that immediate result in it.
Right.
Sometimes.
I feel, or maybe have felt the same way, and I think a lot of people go into a networking event with a set expectation where someone is going to give them something, and they're going to walk away with that nugget and say that was worth it because they gave me X. But if you have a different expectation or have a different mindset, I think you're going to get a different result. So when I approach it from like, hey, I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to listen to what people have to say, and then, maybe engage them, outside of that networking event. And one way that we do it is actually inviting people to do a podcast, which then creates content then creates great exposure for us and them, and business arrives.
Yeah. And realistically, going back to that old expression when someone's like, hey, good to see you, and you hear like cool dudes in the 70s being like, good to be seen. There's some value, there's some truth to that.
Good to be seen, bro.
But really, if you think about it, we do a ton of marketing in this industry. There's the Chris Lindahls of the world who have billboards everywhere, advertisement everywhere.
Right.
And they're just completely ubiquitous, right? Very infrequently is someone just going like, I wonder who I should use in this business. Billboard. Oh, that guy. Call that number. And then reach out, engage with someone, and immediately get some sort of business from them. But familiarity breeds some trust and exposure, and say I'm out at an event and I'm talking to somebody else, talk to them a couple times, and then 6 months down the road, someone else that I don't know is potentially at this event. They'll reach out to that person who I've been talking to in the past. They'll be like, hey, do you know that guy? They'll be like, oh, yeah, that's Daniel Kukowski from VSM. He's really good at what he does, understands investment properties. Oh, maybe I should go meet to him. And it just kind of snowballs and expands. And
right. I think looking at it, not looking at it from like a straight, what exactly am I getting? Like a commodity? Am I getting, high value individuals? Are they making X, or do they have the right connections from this person because that's who I'm looking to get? And just really having more of an open mind.
Yeah. To me, it's like, the goal is you're out there, you're winning hearts and minds, right?
Exactly.
Like just everyone. You want to just meet people, find out what they're doing, let them know what you're doing. And sometimes there's an opportunity, sometimes there's not. Sometimes you don't see the opportunity, but it's a long game. You can't be short-term thinking about it.
I think the easiest thing that you can do, that I can do, and anybody else, or if you want advice, is to go into a networking event and or engage other individuals, not from really like, hey, I'm going to meet Daniel because I want him to give me a client, right? Just really have a open mind. We're saying, I'm going to meet Daniel and find out who he is as a person and what he does, and just really have a deeper conversation, not just binary, back and forth. How many houses did you sell this month? Well, just very bland conversation where when you actually get to know somebody, you'll be able to find out, much better information that you can then use, to grow that relationship and have a much better future.
Right. Yeah. I mean, at this event today, I was meeting people who, we are in competing businesses, but there's potentially ways to still figure out to work together. And
right, but
you also, there's the education, there's the knowledge component.
I guess this is a question I'm posing to and everybody else. VSM, we're a real estate brokerage firm, et cetera. But a lot of the events that we throw, we get a lot of people that are investors who may work with us or they're working with somebody else. We get, other brokers, other agents. Mm-hmm. And that's the whole point. In the beginning of every event, I usually do an introduction to the speaker, and I just say, hey, thanks for coming. The speaker is, this person. If you guys want to promote this learning platform and you have a great speaker, I'll provide the outlet. Just, send me the info. There's not really a hard sell before or after on anyone's individual business or to use anyone.
Right.
It's really just a platform for sharing knowledge, and I kind of just thought about it today. It's the TED Talk of real estate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I spend a lot of time. I meet with people a couple times a month who, there's no financial benefit or real benefit to our interaction for me. It's purely for them. Mm-hmm. If there would be some benefit for me, it'd be like 5 years from now. And the odds of that happening are very, very slim. But I'm more than happy just to provide value for people. Right. And that's really all we do is just find ways to provide as much value for other people as possible. And it kind of just finds its way back to you somehow.
That's huge, because I think you remove yourself from then being us being in such a, in real estate where you're essentially a commodity and, a lot of people can do what we do. Mm-hmm. We don't have a specific product, something proprietary or, like an iPhone type of a deal. So to have that...
Some of us have iPhones.
So to have... we don't sell the iPhone.
I understand.
So to have that ongoing relationship, I think it's very important for you to provide that value where people will come back to you and say, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter if this guy's, costs less or, I'm not going to leave Daniel because he transcends that binary protocol of he's going to charge me X for a listing or this is his commission structure. It's good. Like it's beyond that because you give them the time, to actually be a resource.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important. And being genuine about it, people recognize that. And I do that in my, personal life and business life. When I have good experience and a good relationship with somebody and another party is like, hey, go with me because I'm less money, I usually say, no, I don't want to because I have this loyalty. Right. And I have this great service that's beyond this one price. And ultimately, that's the type of customer and relationship that I want to go after, too.
Absolutely. At the Bridgewater event, we had Andre and Nicole there as well.
Yep.
Which, good on them for showing up. Yep. I think that was the first time that we put that invite out to the entire office.
Yep.
And it was fun. It was fun seeing them there and chatting people up.
Interacting.
And getting in there, yeah.
100%.
It's so important. It's something... Like, what I love doing, too, at the Bridgewater event, I don't know if you noticed, but I just reach out to everybody, and I reach out to every single person that I know who would be remotely interested in the event. I'm like, hey, you want to come to this? And, like, get additional people on the list. Like, I've had clients, I've had contacts in different, Maggie, other people in our company, people who necessarily wouldn't see the fit, just bring them with. Like, the more you're inviting people,
it goes a long way.
That is more value. Right.
Think of it. If I invite you to something, does that show that I care or I don't care?
You care.
Exactly. I'm thinking about, maybe Daniel will be want to be a part of this.
Right.
So, yeah, for sure. I think pretty much reaching out to, clients, friends, family, and just being engaged from a genuine perspective, super important. On a business level, what we can do, we can take people on lunches or in our instance where we're creating an event. Now we had about 30, 35 people. Mm-hmm. Great way to get a lot of good relationships. But now, hey, we want to maybe expand. We want to double or triple those numbers. And I think that will just help everybody in that room, not just us or people that are putting the event together.
Absolutely.
So I think it's just a great energy. Like you were saying, it was just a huge high. It was great, fun, a lot of good content, a lot of good questions.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. So we're going to keep doing these events. I have someone coming in, potentially time to be determined.
By the way,
about taxes.
Before I forget, did you get my invite for the Tuesday podcast, 2 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because the CEO of Sunbelt Business Brokers is going to be coming and doing an event. Or, I'm sorry, not an event, but a podcast, and then also doing an event.
That's going to be great.
That's going to be huge.
I'm super excited about that one. So,
sure.
Everyone, stay tuned. There's plenty more to come, plenty more events, plenty more opportunities to network. Don't be afraid. Get out there, meet some people, and we'll see you guys next week.
We'll see you.